Hey, welcome everybody to October 18 Team Connect call. I'm so excited. As usual, this is my favorite time to be together as a team and just to answer questions. And I know a lot of people are doing stuff with families, and that's wonderful too. I'm so glad we can record and get the recording out. And just wanted to welcome Daniela. This is her first time on a team call, so excited. And she's from New Jersey and a teacher. Do you have kids too?
No, not yet. Hopefully one day.
I don't either. But I just wanted to say, first of all, teachers do amazing in Arbonne because this is what we do. We teach people about hidden toxins and offer safer solutions for families. People get all hung up on, I don't know how to be a salesperson. And it's like, good, thank God. Don't be a salesperson. Just talk about what you love, talk about what you care about. And to me, what I'm hearing is you care about healthier ingredients and safer solutions for families. So that's all we do is we educate and then offer a solution if that's something that people are looking for. And we just talk about the stuff that we love and care about. And so I can tell already you're going to be good at this. And and two, I just wanted to share too. So you were saying you got the age well set, which is amazing. And I'm still just I'm so blown away by this. I've used Arbonne skincare since 2006, and this age well set is knocking my socks off. I've used it for about a month now. And I feel like I don't even have to put on makeup or there's nothing like to cover up anymore. I'm like, what is happening? I've never had this in my life where I didn't feel like I needed to cover, but what you can do, I know you said you gave away some of the cream to your family, and that's so smart. Get this product on people so they can experience it too. But what you can do, so as a consultant, just a reminder for all of us, whenever you place a 250 order, and that's 250 retail, you're going to get your 35% off of it. But a 250 retail order, you get the ability to purchase an additional 125 worth of products for $30. So you could, and this is what I did a lot as I have a nursing background. I worked as a nurse for 16 years, and now, Arbonne has surpassed all of that income. And I'm so grateful to be able to, have the flexibility of working from home and everything. But when I was first starting, I would just take the catalog into work and collect a 250 order and get my own products for 125 for 30. And or I would get collect orders, and that's how I built up my my demos, like a demonstration supply for the 30-day set or for the age well. You could have people over and just have them try it, that kind of thing. And or the makeup, I just built up my own supply using the 125 for 30. Or you can use it for gifts, hand creams and lip balms and whatever you gift people. Even the mascara, it's so amazing to gift people because they can feel the difference right away. And so that's an exclusive privilege that consultants get, is to utilize the 125 for 30 deal to do whatever we have to do for our business. So I love that. Arbonne gives us those options. So welcome. Thank you. I'm so grateful you're here. And I wanted to let you know then, just remind all of us, there is an incentive going on right now in Arbonne for all consultants, because the cool thing about network marketing in general is we all are on the same level playing field. You as a consultant can surpass the top leader, Daniela. You can be the top income earner in the company. We all have the same ability to do that, no matter when we join or what our background is. And I love that it's an equal opportunity here for all of us. It's just on your ability to have a work ethic and connect with other people, and again, share what you care about. But right now we have the opportunity as consultants, all of us, to talk to, when we sell 5 age well sets to 5 PCs, okay, so preferred clients, we will earn a tote bag from Arbonne, which it looks really nice too, like a really nice bag. So that goes till the end of October. And again, it's just fun. I love all the carrots they put out for us, because it's like, you know, as a nurse, I never, you know, you show up and do the work. You never said, you know, oh, you get a bag for showing up all month, you know. But here it's like you get stuff for just doing the work you know we already do. And with that being said, so I encourage my whole team to go for this, you know, go for 5 PCs on the Age Well set, because one, they're going to love it, and two, we have a 45-day guarantee. Okay, so there is no risk. You can always, and that's very generous of Arbonne to give us a 45-day guarantee. And yeah, it just helps give us practice talking to people. So just say what you love about it. You know, I'm using the serum, I'm using the whatever, the wash, it's amazing. And, you know, I just had to tell you about it because it's toxin free, and everything we put on our skin goes into our bloodstream and affects our health even faster than food. That blows my mind. I just didn't know if you know, were interested in hearing more about that, but I'd love to share. Whatever, have people over, you know, just get it on their skin somehow, bring it to work, you know, and just say, I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but this stuff is like amazing and you have to try it, you know. So anyway, 5 people on the Age Well set. And the cool thing is, when you sell to 5 PCs, you're going to earn, I don't know, around $40 or something. That's just a guess, but probably around $40 from each PC who purchases the set. So think about that. For 40 times 5 PCs, that's around $200. That's gonna give you enough to purchase your own set. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
And we get paid every Tuesday in Arbonne on PC commission. So PCs, we earn 15%. And that's right now money. What happens in the business is, as a consultant, as you sponsor other consultants, and then those consultants are sponsoring, your overrides on your entire team end up surpassing the commission. So that becomes the bulk of your checks. But initially, the commission checks are you know, are nice. So anyway, just want to put that out there. That's what Arbonne has going this month till October 31st. And we all have the chance to earn that. And I encourage all of us to go for it. The theme of our call, well, I wanted to just check in, like, okay, so let me just reiterate too our resources. We have a team website that it's borntowinnation.com, and the password is consultant. And then there's a separate password for the 30 Days to Healthy Living tab, and that's healthy. Yeah. Oh, are you going to grab something to take notes? Yeah. I want you to know how to access the resources. So borntowinnation.com, and then password consultant, all lowercase. And then there's a separate password for the 30-day, and that's healthy. And in the consultant resources part, you'll see a getting started tab. And so that'll take you through all the steps to get started. And I'm happy to go through that with you too. I just wanted you to know where to go, you know. And it has like printed resources, it has reading material, it has like so much in this website. So I just wanted to give you that of how to get started, how to start, you know, start building a team and just getting the word out about this. So
okay, that's helpful.
That's first. We also have like a book of the month that we're working on. Brenda, do you have this book? Have you been?
No, I do not.
Okay, it's great. It's on.
Is it?
Amazing. Yeah, I've been kind of blown away by it. But it's a great. I've been kind of going back and forth each month because I want us to learn about network marketing, but also, you know, mindset growth. So this month we're talking about network marketing a lot and just kind of honing in. But it's just a great guide to this whole industry. Because again, being a nurse, I just didn't get it. I didn't understand how to build a business, you know? And so maybe you're like me, maybe you're just like, I just knew to clock in, clock out. I didn't understand how else to earn money. And this is talking about, you know, leveraging your time. And so just again, in a nutshell, network marketing, this is my very basic way of like understanding it, but it worked for my brain. Maybe it'll work for yours. But for example, say you were selling soda, you know, like cans of soda, whatever. There's only so much you can sell in one day. Whereas if you were selling a whole vending machine and getting a percentage of each item sold from the vending machine, it would just add up quicker. So what we do, the whole concept in Arbonne, it's not to just be a retail store and just sell. It's to also offer the opportunity for people to have their own vending machine, and that's a website that's attached to your consultant ID. So that's the amazing part, and the exponential growth part of this is we can sell as many vending machines, sponsor as many consultants as we want, and Arbonne generously gives us a percentage of everything sold from that website. Isn't that, I mean, that is mind-blowing. And so we're in the UK, Canada, Poland, Australia, New Zealand, you know, and obviously the United States. So we have even other countries that we can tap into. So this opportunity is literally limitless. We're a 40-year-old company, and still, you know, I feel that we're still in our infancy stages because we haven't, you know, most companies who are this age are in 80 countries by now. We're only in 6. So there's just this amazing opportunity, and our home office is really encouraging us to just build where we are, you know, get strong in the markets that we're already in, and then we'll start to expand more globally. But I just wanted to share that. And then I was just going to share a couple passages out of this book, and then share some stuff from Cecilia Stoll, who is our #1 consultant in Arbonne. She's the top income earner, and we actually roll up to her. She's our, you know, upline, if you will. But first, I just wanted to share a little bit out of this book. It says, this is on page 17, you don't have to master closing techniques, knock on the doors of strangers, or make cold calls. You don't have to hype products or manipulate people either, thank God, because hype is a liability. It's far better to say, you know, I started using, and this is my truth, I started using the new Age Well set. I was a little skeptical because I've used the RE9, the last, you know, anti-aging set, for so many years. I especially love the RE9 eye cream. I didn't think this was going to compare at all. I actually started the Age Well set and broke out a little bit on my jawline, but apparently that's typical when you switch skincare routines. And now, a month later, I'm freaking out because I feel like I don't have anything to cover up. You know what I mean? But that's my truth. It's not saying this is the greatest thing ever, blah, blah, blah. It's like, this is my truth. You know, I was skeptical. I was nervous. I actually had some breakouts. It made me feel like, I don't know if this is going to compare. And now that I've given it some time and my skin to adjust, it's like, it's blowing my mind. So just to be truthful, we don't have to hype things up. You know, we don't have to. I think that's what people hate about salespeople, is they're being fed lines. And so really the best thing we can do is just share our truth with people, you know, and just say, it drives me crazy that you know, in the United States, the cosmetic industry isn't regulated, and they're literally putting things that cause cancer in products. And I have a problem with that. They're literally, you know, torturing animals to put, you know what I mean, to make things like, why is this even happening? If it's not safe enough for a human being, it's not safe, you know, like, why torture an animal to prove it's not safe? Like, it just drives me crazy. So you know what I mean, you're sharing things that you care about. Like, I I'm not cool. You know, why wouldn't you choose a brand that's adding to your health rather than subtracting from it? Why not choose a brand that isn't torturing animals? You know, like this just makes sense to me, and maybe it would make sense to you too. And then everything in the catalog makes sense. You know, you don't have to go through the features of every product. You can just share the benefits. The benefit is you can feel assurance that you're giving your family safe products. You know, you can have that assurance that no animals are being tortured so that you can take a shower and put on nice skincare, you know, afterwards. So okay, we don't have to hype products or manipulate people. We just have to be a great ambassador for the products and services we fervently believe in. Leverage sales is for people who passionately believe in the product or service line they represent, and they want to tell others about those products or services. So really, I mean, that's it in a nutshell. You can't, I love that we can't authentically share Arbonne unless we're using it ourselves. And so that's really what we talk about, is just being a product of the product first, and then you can authentically share. So yes, this is a really cool book, and it's making me really proud to be part of Arbonne, because it's talking about, you know, sadly, there are companies that are not ethical, they're not doing the right things. And the amazing thing about this industry is it kind of weeds out people who are not ethical. This is attraction marketing. So if you're not a good person to begin with, a trustworthy person of your word, you're not going to do well in this business. And it kind of just weeds out people, and most businesses that start up fail. I mean, 90% fail after 2 years. And maybe it is, maybe because they're hyping, maybe, you know, who knows what. They don't have the most ethical sales team, or, you know, maybe people aren't using their products. They're just trying to get a sale or whatever. Who knows? But it just made me feel proud to be part of Arbonne again, because our culture in Arbonne is the golden rule. First of all, treat people how you would want to be treated. It's about relationships. It's about personal growth, becoming the person that is attractive to others. So that's why we're so big on, you know, reading books and just becoming better, you know, in every area of our life, in our health, you know, with relationships, in our mindset, you know, becoming a better friend, a better spouse, a better, you know, whatever, everything in your life, just leveling up, and not choosing to be mediocre. So I want to talk about that. We're gonna do more on this book next week too. In the meantime, for next month, for November, Cecilia Stoll, who again is the top income earner in Arbonne, she is highly recommending, she said this on our VP call, that we do the book Miracle Morning. So that'll be the next one for November. And that's again more on like mindset and mind strength, because you need both. You know, I think sometimes in Arbonne, and not even I know that, you know, we get excited about, you know, the products and how they've changed our health and skin and life. And, you know, we join a meeting and we get inspired, and then we go out and talk to people and they're like, what are you doing? This stuff doesn't work, you know, whatever they say. I mean, gosh, I remember even my dad said this to me before. He's like, Tammy, you've been doing this long enough to know this is never going to work for you. And I'm just like, oh, in my mind, like it was hurtful, but at the same time, I was like, I'll show you. You know what I mean? Like I had this little, it kind of like made me more determined. But honestly, I think truly it's just that most people, and my brother-in-law said this to me, he was awful. Oh my gosh, he was just the worst. When it came to me talking, he's like, never talk to me about Arbonne. I'm like, fine, whatever. Then I drive up to his house in a Mercedes that, you know, is part of being a VP. When you get to that level, you get $800 a month to go towards a Mercedes of your choice. It just has to be white to represent purity. So anyway, I drive up to his house in a white Mercedes, and he's like, Tammy, I have to apologize to you, because I was so awful to you, because I've never seen anyone be successful. And so I think that is the truth for most people. They just don't see people being successful. And so therefore they make the assumption it won't work. Oh, okay, got it. The other piece, and since we're talking about this, is people will say, like I remember just running into this good old boy, guy on the beach. He was an older man, and we were chatting, and he's like, "So what do you do, sweetie?" I'm just like, because that stuff makes me crazy. But I'm like, actually, I worked as a nurse for 16 years, but now I have an online health and wellness business that's booming. And he's like, "Oh, what is that?" I said, "Have you ever heard of Arbonne?" And he goes, "Oh, is that like Amway? Is that like an MLM?" And I said, "Actually, yes." And he goes, "Oh, so that means there's only one person at the top making all the money, and you're the one you getting suckered into this." And I'm just like, okay. I said, here's the deal. I used to work at a hospital, and that actually has a classic pyramid structure because there's only one CEO. There's only one person at the top. And as hard as I worked as a nurse, I could never earn the pay as the CEO of the CEO. It didn't matter. I could work 24/7. I would never earn the pay of the CEO. Whereas in Arbonne and in most network marketing companies, it's totally effort based. You can pass the people who brought you in. You can earn, like for example, Cecilia Stoll, top income earner. She is not the first person to make it to the top. The first person that made it to the top is not the top income earner. There's people who came after her and surpassed her. Isn't that cool? We have a girl who started when she was 19, and she's making more than most people who've been in for 20 years, just based on she's connected with more people. She's brought more team in. This is all effort based. So really it's more like a rectangle, not a pyramid. Most corporate businesses are pyramid shaped. So just, having this ability to be able to chat with people and, just be, not get shut down, that this is actually one of the most ethical businesses you'll ever be part of, because it's totally effort based. And so therefore it doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home mom or if you're a CEO of a company, you have the same ability to be successful. You could be a college student, you could be a high school dropout, it doesn't matter. You have the same ability as all of us to just learn and grow yourself and be successful. And so that's where I love the personal growth piece of this, because I think, again, so often the people who come into Arbonne and don't embrace the reading and plugging in and stuff, they're the ones who take longer to grow. So if you're open and coachable, you actually do better and move faster. You're successful quicker. So this is just some training from Cecilia Stoll, and I loved it. And it's based on, the whole concept of winning the day, and being a person of excellence, and that excellence is a habit, that we have to commit to every day. And so she talked about at the core, she talked about how so often, again, in our society, in our world, we make decisions based on emotions versus based on our commitment. And at the core of our emotions is blaming and justifying. And oh my goodness, I look at myself, I am the queen of justifying, because it's like, oh, I'm not going to do this because I have all these reasons why I can't do this today or whatever, and I catch myself now. So that's the cool thing, is I can catch myself in my excuses and justifying. So she talks about not making emotional decisions, make decisions based on your commitment. Make decisions based on what we know, not on what we feel. We shouldn't trust our emotions, right? Because our emotions lie to us. We have to make decisions in advance of our emotions. So making a commitment before, because again, we all know stuff gets hard, same thing. If you committed to going to the gym, working out, a clean eating program, some days you just don't want to do it. but you're more devoted to your commitment rather than that emotion in the moment, right? So there will be a day when you feel like throwing in the towel, but referring back to the commitment that you made in advance, and just again asking yourself, what are my excuses costing my family? Like, that's huge. We have the ability in this business to earn an additional 500 a month, $1,000 a month working part-time, $5,000 a month working part-time, $10,000 a month working part-time. Like, it's up to you. You have the ability to do that. So just what are your excuses and justification and procrastinating? What is that costing your family? And I've had to ask myself that many times. Like daily, minute by minute. It's like, okay, Tammy, come on. So adversity, we need stressors in our life to make us stronger. And she talked about that song, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But oftentimes the stuff that's hard, we back away from, right? We take our foot off the gas when it gets hard, or ooh, someone said something to me that I didn't like, or ooh, I don't know if I want to keep going. And so we hear the words, what doesn't kill us make us stronger, but really in our head we compute it as, I don't want to do that anymore. And so she's just talking about how just this is the truth. Stressors in our life make us stronger. Adversities and obstacles make us better. And that's when we learn, is when we fail forward and just keep getting up, right? Our setbacks just set us up for a comeback. And that's the name of this game, is just being a person of excellence and learning and growing and continuing. So we need to decide we will be the #1 consultant on our team, which means we will stop tolerating mediocrity from ourselves. It's so true. So think about it. Mediocre is settling for average. Your entire life changes when you decide you will no longer accept mediocrity from yourself. And so I want you to hear the difference. Are you playing to win, or are you playing not to lose? That hit me. I'm like, whoa. There are so many days when, again, we justify, well, I'm doing more than so and so, so it'll be all right. Or, oh, I'll do more tomorrow to make up for today. Am I playing to win, or am I playing not to lose? Wow. Okay. That's a little check. So today is the most important day. If you're okay with having a mediocre day, then you'll be okay to live with regrets. A mediocre day can turn into a mediocre week, and a mediocre week can turn into a mediocre month. Mediocre month can turn into a mediocre year, which then turns into a mediocre life. And that like makes me want to cry, because I was like, that was one of the first questions I was asked when I was taking a look at Arbonne as a business. They said, if you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years, and will you be happy? And I was like, gulp, like, holy cow. No, I don't want to keep doing what I'm doing, but I just didn't know what else to do. So I had that just that unsettledness inside my heart. That I actually connect the dots that Arbonne could give me more. It's not like Arbonne is my life purpose, but it can be the vehicle that can connect me to my life purpose, because it just gives me more opportunities to have freedom and flexibility and income. So excellence is a habit we have to choose every day. And when the leader gets better, everyone gets better. This is something that I don't take lightly, because it's like I pray every day for God to give me influence and to bless my influence that I have. And I'm grateful that he's entrusted me with influence. And it's so true. I remember my sister passed away, but I remember my sister saying, Tammy, whatever you're doing, with all this personal growth books and, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because it's making us all better. Like, when you change, you have this ripple effect on your friends and family around you, and they can see it. They can notice that, wow, she's stepping it up. Like, woo, she's doing more exercise. She's eating better. Her skin looks better. She's happier. I've had so many people say that to me. Tammy, you're just so happy. And I'm like, okay, but it's like they notice and they want to be part of that. And so, just again, stepping into excellence, you do have a ripple effect on others. Getting better means private victories that no one will notice. So that's the key right there, the private victories and being committed to doing things that no one will notice at first. But those private victories turn into an outward, like you're clean eating, you're going to the gym, committing to personal growth and changing the way you think, the words that come out of your mouth, then your actions, your daily habits, everything starts to change. And then the private victories in Arbonne turn into sponsoring, bringing more team on, sales, events, bonuses, promotions, and more for your family. So I remember being handed as a nurse my 5-year schedule. It's like, here's your schedule for the next 5 years. Every weekend you're working, every night shift, every call, everything. And I was just like, because to me, it felt like I was a prisoner. Like, I don't want this. I want a life. I know I'm a hard worker. I just want to do it on my own terms. I don't want to work every other weekend. I don't want to work every other holiday. I want to choose, and I just, again, remember, I just think about how many people are tolerating, a life with no choices. And yet we have this, and I always had that flicker of hope inside myself, like maybe Arbonne could be something, that could turn this around. And that's what we do. We're planting seeds of hope for people. And what they do with it is up to them. We're not in the convincing or pushing people business, but we are in a business of offering and educating and planting seeds of hope. And that's huge. I think so many people need hope these days. So this business runs on a 90-day cycle, meaning we need to work patiently, planting these seeds now in order to see the results in 90 days. And there again, people, it's almost like we get the entitlement syndrome, like, well, I did these 2 things, so I should see results. And it's not, just because we do the work, it doesn't entitle us to anything, but it will make us better. And then over time, we attract higher caliber people. We get better at our skills. We can give a better presentation. We can overcome objections better. We can share about the products better. It's just, we have to rep it out. Just like, again, at the gym or clean eating, it becomes a habit. And just because we go to the gym 2 days doesn't mean we're going to be in a different pant size. It doesn't entitle us to anything, but it just makes us better. So most of us do not need more time. We need more focus. We need to eliminate the distractions that are preventing us from being the leader we need to be. So again, ask yourself, what are my excuses costing my family? What are my distractions, fears, procrastinations costing my family? Daily habits create our life. So again, this is something that hit me over the head. I had surgery recently, and it just got, my sleep cycles have been all goofed up, and I was just feeling like, oh, what is wrong with me? I'm such a happy person, and I was just a little off this last week, and it hit me like, you know what? I have not been tending to my morning routine. And it just made me value how much the morning can shape your day. So daily habits create our life. Waking up early, reading, which means having a nightly routine, right, to get to bed earlier. Writing our vision. And for me, when I write out where I want to be in 6 months or a year or 5 years from now, it gets me excited. And it's like, we need to know where we're going. That's the way our subconscious brain works. We have to know where we're going, and then things in our life will line up to take us there. So reading, writing our vision, affirmations, working out, drinking water, being intentional about who I'm reaching out to, rewriting my 100-person list, creating events, thinking and getting excited about where our business will be in 6 months. All of these things like start to shape your day, praying, meditating, all those things. It just, it's like you design your day instead of your day, instead of your day owning you own the day, put it that way. So set aside concentrated time every day to work your business. That's huge. I think that's, again, where people trip up, you know, they just don't make it part of their habit. And for me, when I first started in Arbonne, when I first committed to doing the business and treating it like a business, I set aside every Tuesday evenings were my events, you know, and so at that time we were meeting in person. Now we can obviously meet virtually. And Daniela, you know, I'm happy to do events with you. So it's like we just set it up and you invite people in, and it's just to hear a little bit about Arbonne and, you know, understand the ingredient difference, and then also give the opportunity for them to become a PC or an independent consultant and think about, you know, the possibility of earning income too. So it's just kind of sharing an overview, and oftentimes a third party talking about it is better because people are like, what are you doing now, Tammy? You know, but if they hear it from someone else, they're like, oh, you know, it's kind of like, I always give the example of, you know, going to a restaurant and the waitress says, you know, it's so good for your body to be alkaline, you know, because that cancer cannot grow, disease cannot grow in an alkaline environment. Your family would be like, oh yeah, did you hear what she said? Whereas it's like, no, I've been saying this for 5 years, but nobody heard it. But the waitress said it, so okay. You know what I mean? So anyway, it sometimes it is better. So just know I'm here for you. I'm happy to help you. Same with you, Brenda and Mia. I'm happy to share. And we have events that we do every week that you can plug people into as well. Okay, so setting concentrated time every day to work your business and every week to have events. This is huge because again, we're just going to be able to talk to more people that way. So when we wake up in the morning, we have this was mind blowing to me because it's like, you know how if you hear a song at the beginning of the day, you're kind of singing it in your head all day, or and even the next day I'll wake up singing the same song. There's something about the mornings, your brain just has this amazing expansive cognitive bandwidth first thing in the morning, and we have more capacity to think, create, strategize, visualize, be inspired, and just have impressions made on us that will carry us through the whole day. So if the first thing we do when we wake up, and this was what I was doing, this is what was making my soul fatigued, I swear, was I would pick up my phone first thing in the morning and start, you know, looking at everyone else's ideas and complaints and whatever. And that's what I was letting into me. And it didn't feel good. I wasn't feeling my best by doing that. It's not inspiring, you know, to hear everyone else complaining. So now, I have again been intentional. I was doing it before, I just lost track, but now I'm back, being intentional about not picking up my phone first thing, because again, you know, all these distractions rob us of that precious cognitive bandwidth. It's distracting, and we're robbed of our capacity to think and imagine and design our day and design our life. Our cognitive bandwidth gets stolen from us by the news, the media, and outside noise. So I love this too, a quote: "The secret of success is hidden in our daily routine." And this is so huge. And I just wanted to, you know, these are leadership principles. So that's why I wanted to drill in on this. The secret of success is hidden in our daily routine. So do you want to take your business to the next level? That's what, you know, Cecilia was asking all of us, you know. If so, let's do it. Let's do it together. I know I'm ready to level up. Like I said, I've been in like recovery mode from this surgery, which again, it's been driving me crazy because I just haven't felt good. But now it's like, whew, that fog is lifting. And I feel like even the fog from, you know, everything we've been going through the last 6-7 months in our country, I feel like that's starting to lift. We're getting back into some routines and, you know, just able to, again, like, feel like normalcy is close. So again, I'm ready to practice excellence and level up and look at a 90-day cycle. So again, I'm ready to book events and one-on-one Zooms, Facebook parties. We have all these things available to us. And so in order to level up, we need to help people hear about Arbonne. We need to help people get on the products. We need to sponsor. We need to help people get into qualification for the, the levels of income that we have, and achieve bonuses and awards and stuff. It's so cool. So it's our time to rise up, to do more and be more, so that we can have more and give more, right? That's the whole point of life, is to, for me, I remember like growing up with the belief that if you had lots of money, you must be dishonest. Isn't that interesting? And that's like a childish belief. And who knows, maybe that came from my parents or whatever. If someone was super wealthy, that must be mean because they took advantage of people to get that. I don't like that belief. I've had to like look at that, examine that as an adult. Because now my belief is money only enhances who you are. So if you're a good person, you're going to do good things with it. If you're not a good person, you're probably not going to do good things with money. But even our founder, Peter Mork, said years ago that, if you give a woman $1 million, she'll change the world. Now I believe, men can too. But at the time he was looking at stay-at-home moms and how to help them have income. And I do believe, though, that women are nurturers and we're problem solvers and we're looking at the whole, like how can we make our whole community better and stuff. So I do believe there's a lot of truth in what he said, And so again, I want to be more and have more, not in a selfish way, but so that I can give more. I want to be that person who can be at a grocery store and see, someone with a full cart, crying baby, stuff falling everywhere, and then their credit card isn't going through. I want to be that person that says, it's cool, I got it. How awesome would that be, to just be able to pay anonymously for someone's groceries just because you wanted to and you can, how awesome would it be? We're in a big fundraising right now in Arbonne. A lot of the leaders have embraced, it's called Operation Underground Railroad, headed by Tim Ballard. And he is, he's a former, I think, police officer or something that ended up taking it upon himself. He has like 6 or 7 kids himself, but he took it on himself to combat human trafficking and sex trafficking for children, and just going out and rescuing these kids, which I didn't even know was such a big deal, but it is. Child trafficking is so much bigger than even drug trafficking and weapons, because you can only sell drugs one time, but you can sell a child many times, like over hundreds of times, for sex acts. I mean, it's just so sick and wrong. And so our leaders in Arbonne have set a goal to raise $1 million to go towards this Operation Underground Railroad to help combat child sex trafficking. Like I have goosebumps, but that's what we're about. This is so much more than just skincare and mascara. I get emotional, but it truly is about becoming more so that we can change the world and be more. We're neighborhood changers and difference makers, and that's what I'm so proud of, that we have this ability to be in a community of people who want to rise up, not only within our families, but within, our communities. So what can we do every day to live each day with excellence? What can we do every day to serve? And again, our business is about helping enough other people succeed and get what they want, and then we will succeed and get what we want. That's the whole point, is just listening for a need and finding the fit, and really it's listening for the values that people have. Are you hearing someone say they're exhausted all the time? So that means they must value health, right? So we have something for that. I don't know if this is something for you, Daniela, but we have this 30 Days to Healthy Living program. And I found that when we're eating better, we just feel better. And it would be amazing if you checked it out. We have a 45-day guarantee for a 30-day plan, like, holy cow. Or if you hear someone say, I don't know how I'm going to afford that. Okay. I hear that. I've been there. What if, how much longer do you want to say, I can't afford that? Like, how cool would it be if, imagine if you never had to say, I can't afford that again. And I don't know, call me crazy, but I've just started this side hustle, and there's so many people that are successful just by sharing healthy products. And I'd love to show you, if you're interested, in how you could earn whatever, an additional $1,000 a month. Because you know what, $1,000 a month can be life-changing for people. And so $500 a month, it's been statistically proven to help people not have to file for bankruptcy. And we can do that at district manager level, our first level of management in Arbonne. So I love that. Again, if we help enough people get to the next level, we will reach our next level automatically. Like, that's just a no-brainer. Just focus on others. I think we get freaked out in Arbonne when we're focused on ourselves, you know, but it's easy when we focus on others and serving others and just listening for the need. And the thing is too, I think something that's so key to mention is saying you can earn $1,000 a month part-time in a side hustle, you know, doing this alongside whatever it is you're currently doing. And that's how most people start this business. They're working other jobs, but they start this as a side hustle. And then the side hustle ends up, the plan B ends up becoming the plan A, because it's paying all the bills now. So how cool is that though, that you can earn extra as a side hustle? So again, for things to change for you, you have to change. And how do you make changes? In your daily habits, your daily routine, your mindset, your beliefs, you know, what you're feeding your mind. And again, what we lack in skill, we can make up for in numbers. And so the more winning days, the more it increases our numbers, right? So win the day, that's all. Win this day. And it can truly, you know, set the domino effect of winning the week, winning the month, winning the year, winning your life, you know. And I love that. I love that one of the key points I've learned from being in Arbonne is you're not a victim to your circumstances. And I truly believed when I first started that just some people had more opportunities and some people were just going to have a better life, and it's just easier for some people, whatever, and not for others. It was going to be a struggle for me, and that's just how it is. You know, you deal with the hand you're dealt with. Like, you don't have any other choice. And what I've learned from reading all these personal growth books is that you choose your life, and you can change the trajectory of your life by changing what you're feeding your mind, you know, beliefs are just repeated thoughts. So we can change our beliefs that we hold, you know, about money, about our future, about success, just by changing our repeated thought patterns. And again, we do that by reading. So it all comes back to personal growth. And again, just having that quiet time in the morning to really think about where you want to be. Get excited. One of the highest vibrations, so energetically, one of the highest ones are love, gratitude, and anticipation. And yeah, thinking about what you love, what you care about, yes, that will give you that warm, happy feeling. Being grateful, even if it's just, you know, I'm thankful I'm breathing. I'm thankful I woke up. I'm thankful I get another day. You know, start there. I'm thankful to have food and a house and everything. And then anticipation. Sometimes we overlook how important that is. But, you know, in 6 months, if I just change some of my daily habits in 6 months, I could, you know, again, if you're going to the gym for 6 months, you're gonna see a difference in the way your clothes fit. If you commit to a clean eating program in 6 months, you're gonna see a difference in your skin, in your mood, in your attitude, in your sleep. I mean, all of this, in your hair and nails, like everything's gonna change in 6 months. If you commit to Arbonne for 6 months, you could be earning, you know, you could be in a whole different promotion level, like, and get excited about that. And not only for you, but you can offer this to others. And that is almost more exciting to me, is just to think about having a team of people earning, you know, 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, like, you know, truly life-changing income. And I know it's all possible. It just, again, starts with your daily habits and just making a commitment to you know, staying steady on what we know. We know there's a system in place, right? So staying steady with the system and not letting our emotions derail us, right? So, woo, I hope that was helpful for you? Do you have any takeaways? Like what resonated with you most hearing all of this?
I would say for me, just like really focusing on my morning routines. So I do have such an early morning because right now I work at IKEA as a visual merchandiser, and my day starts, I have to clock in, start time is 6 a.m. So I have an early morning. So it's just looking about, what else can I do in the morning to maybe it's getting up an extra 10 minutes and having, that time, more time just for me. So maybe, it's just looking at my routines in the morning and how to start my morning and on the right foot and then get to work. And so that's really spoke to me today. So thank you.
Love that.
Yeah, I would say that was I've always thought like, okay, I need to get up and I need to start doing these things, but then I like you did been doing, staring at my phone first thing in the morning and getting it in all these things. And I'm constantly telling my family, stop watching the news or stop looking at this or stop reading that. But I'm reading it just from different sources, like first thing in the morning too. So that was a big one. And getting my routine down better in the morning, more affirmations. I started to fall away from what I'm grateful for every day. I was doing that. I was actually keeping a little jar that I would write a piece of paper every day on something that I was grateful for. And I would throw it in there. And my plan was to read it at the end of the year. And then, the whole pandemic happened and everything. And I started to get into a funk. But now, like, I guess things are starting to clear out a little bit better. So I think I need to get back into that routine.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Success is hidden in our daily routine right there.
I needed this today. Thank you, Tammy.
Oh, I'm so excited you joined, and thank you so much. So every Sunday at 9 a.m. we do these, and we have also a Wednesday morning call at 8:30 in the morning. I don't know what anyway, I always post recordings too. So if you're not able to jump in, you can always hear the recording. But yeah, we have these two every week. Oh, well, thank you so much for being part of this, and welcome to the team. I look forward to getting to know you better.
Thank you.